In the first 7 months of 2013, the employment rate was 73.5% for households with incomes over $150,000 a year, compared with 33.8% of households making less than $20,000 a year, a gap of 39.7%, similar to the ratio for most recent years after the recession. In contrast, right, the employment gap was 36.4% in 2005, at the height of the housing bubble. What this is saying to you here, America, for the first time in American history, as we already know to be the truth, the gap between the really, really wealthy, not even $150,000 and up is not really even that wealthy. The gap between like the middle class, the burgeoning middle class, and the working poor, or those who work for a living but they can't afford food or they can't afford basic needs, is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And let me tell you something. What's going to happen here, as this gap continues to get bigger, that number is going to go up. So right now it's $150,000 a year. Next year it's going to be $250,000 a year, and more of those 150,000 people are going to start falling into being part of the working poor. And this gap is going to continue to rise as the rich continue to get richer and the poor get even poorer than they already are. This requires action. We need to raise the minimum wage in this country. Raising the minimum wage is the first step in a long list of things that we need to do. We need to provide on-the-job training. We need to invest. I cannot say this enough. I say it all the time. We need to invest in America's greatest resource. And America's greatest resource, folks, is its people.